Oh, look. Oh, there's my water bottle. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oops, excuse me. Ugh. Okay. Okay, we're back getting water. I mostly, oh look, I brought my broom today. Mostly, I didn't really need water. I've got another 3 or 4 liters at home. Could last me till tomorrow. But I thought, I just wanted to break. I've been working on this music and I don't know what to say. Anyway, it's going okay. But I thought, oh, I'll go for a walk. But it's nice to have a task, you know. It's nice to have a task. Oh, look, I'm home. It's sweat, and I just splashed my face with water. Anyway, actually, maybe I'll take this off. Yeah. No, I'll leave it on. What the hell? It's a great. I love this new hat. Shoot. Oh yeah. So, I just thought I'd go for a walk, sweep the trail because it's covered in leaves and it's getting really slippery. So I decided to bring the broom and sweep the trail, and while I'm here get some water, and I think I'll walk up to the main part of the village and get an ice cream thing. So it's a multi-purpose journey today. One thing I wanted to mention, or wanted to add to an earlier video about timing and ecosystem collapse and all that stuff. I mean, okay, hanging out here, it feels like, yeah, well, it's getting hot, but I don't think it's unusual. But it doesn't really feel like things are changing much. However, that doesn't mean anything. What's changing is there's a lot of people driving cars up here. So that makes you think about, ooh, that's, you know, the foolishness of humanity. Why do they come up here? Well, it's beautiful, that's obvious, but mostly they just come. I used to say, this is a coarse language alert. Well, I used to say, oh, most of the people come up here, they just want to drive up here, pollute the mountain with their cars, take a big dump, have a coffee, and then go home. That's kind of mean, actually, but it's a little bit like that, because most people come up, have a coffee, and they probably do at least pee or poo, and then go back. I never, ever, ever see people other than local people on the trails here. I've never seen anyone. Which is great. It's a little bit like living in Banff, where, you know, millions of people come every year, but you just have to go a kilometer off the road and you don't see anybody. Anyway, yeah, anyway, back on message. Right, timing. So here's the thing I wanted to add on that last video, was that, oh, nice, you see, it's the exponential thing. That's the thing we need to be concerned about. You know, if it's just linear, if everything's linear, the changes, we all know the changes are happening, especially if you're up in the north and Arctic and all that. That's so clear, right? But if it's just linear, then we don't really have to panic, right? We have to be worried and concerned and try to see if we can adjust it or fix it. Although I don't think fix is quite the thing. It's a predicament, not a problem. However, it's the exponential factor. And what is it? Professor Bartlett? What did he say? Something like the greatest failing of humanity is the inability to fully understand the exponential function. So it's that thing where, you know, if it takes, you know, how many drops to fill up a stadium, and the stadium is, if it's exponential, the stadium at 1 minute to midnight is half full, and then 1 minute later it's totally full. Anyway, you know that. I don't know if you've, that sort of thing. So that's the thing we need to be concerned about, I think, is that, okay, yeah, well, it's just puttering away. We all know things are changing. A lot of places there's more storms than that, and then it'll just be like bam, mayhem will just happen overnight. When is that going to happen? Who can say, right? We can have thoughts. We can think about when, and it's good to think about that, I think. Here, I'm gonna enough of me. Let's have a look at the trees, and I'll try to be clear when I talk. Yeah, um, so that's the issue. Is it in 2 years, 10 years, 50 years, 100 years? You know, um, I think that I think that when it happens, it'll feel like it's overnight when it's actually been happening for decades upon decades upon decades. Actually, hundreds of years, you could say. You know, and there's a sliding baseline thing, which is really, I think, an issue for, let's look up the hill, look way up. Um, and that's an issue in terms of, like, I remember when I was a kid, the insects and birds and stuff, and how things are different, you know. Oops, there's my hand. Um, but, uh, you know, someone from the late 1800s would be experiencing a very different thing, including like billions or millions upon millions of passenger pigeons, you know, all that sort of thing. Anyway, so sliding baselines, but also there's a tendency to base, you know, we can only go 1.5 or 2 degrees above industrial averages. But when is that? Now they seem to be talking about the early 1800s, when probably we should judge it from the mid 1700s. In which case we're seeing some, depends where you look, but some places shows actually we're past 1.5 degrees Celsius. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, it's all a big mind fuck. That's all it becomes, you know. So that's the thing, is the exponential function. And you know, I'll probably, if it's any good, I'll throw this up on Facebook and YouTube. And on Facebook, I'll put that great lecture from Professor I'm pretty sure it's Bartlett. Could be wrong. Anyway, I'll put that up on the comment section because it's really worth looking at. It's a really superb lecture. It's not, I don't think it's specifically necessarily about climate, but certainly it's related and connected. And actually, I should watch it again because I can't remember if he. Oh, there's things falling. I hate it when I hear things falling. Here, let's look up at the tree, okay? You see, whenever I there's a wind, I always look up because there's always dead branches and they like to come down and crash. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, exponential function, it's I think vitally important into our envisioning of how things are sort of panning out, I guess you could say. Anyway, I guess that's enough for now. Signing off. I'm going to continue my sweeping now that I've got my water. Then gets ice cream. Everyone's looking at me because look at what I'm wearing. Well, this is Japanese, although I make it myself. I made it out of linen and cotton blend fabric, but it's very much like a keikogi from Kendo. But you know, I got my boots. I got my boots. There we go. Got my boots. Got the hat. I thought, you know, I can be a tourist attraction. Maybe you could make some money off that. Probably not. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing great, and hope everyone's doing great, and until à la prochaine. My favorite phrase in French, à la prochaine. Until the next time. Bye.